Hi guys, Xavier here, bringing you another deck profile. This is my second deck. It's no longer wind up. Last format when I ran them, I found them quite boring to play after a while. So I went back to an older deck that I used to run, a more updated uh, older deck that I really enjoyed to play. But there came a time I ran too many decks and I kind of downsized. And this is my current deck profile for Gladiator Beasts. One thing up front though, I do not run. There are some cards I don't run because either A, I can't afford them, which is the case for most of them, most of the cards that I'll be mentioning, and the other case is such as A Hero Lives, I believe that's what it's called. A Hero Lives. I I don't care for that card. I haven't had very much luck with A Hero Lives. But um, enough rambling on. Let's get to the deck. We got two Gladiator Beast Laquari. Uh, Staple, pretty much. Um, I used to run three, but I only run two. It seemed to work really, really well with two. It's not so cloggy. Uh, two Gladiator Beast Darius. Very great. I so many combos with that card. Uh, two Gladiator Beast Aquiste. Another great card. Uh, one Gladiator Beast Bestiari. That's pretty much the main card, the main Gladiator Beast in this deck. But of course, it's limited to one, so you find ways around around not having more. Yeah. One Gladiator Beast Murmillo. One Hoplimus. I used to run two. Sometimes I still wish I had two. It's a great defense card. I've always loved Hoplimus, just awesome card. And we got a Gladiator Beast Retiari. Also, really nice card that can really screw up your opponent's graveyard if you get the right card. We got Triple Test Tiger. I still run three of these. I've seen on other lists that people stop running them in some cases, but I really like them with the Exceeds, getting level 3 Exceeds out. Most of my Gladiator Beasts in my decks are my Gladiator Beast deck are level 4s. There are some level 3s, but even if I had two Test Tigers in my hand and one Darius, you can Exceed really well. And if you don't have the right Gladiator Beast that you want on the field, you can just like pop them out for another. Or in the case of Murmillo, you can pop them back in the deck and then pull them back out, which I really like to do sometimes. We got two Prisma and one Elemental Hero Stratos. Uh, but earlier I said there are other ways to get around only having one bestiary. It's Prisma, and I actually like drawing Prisma over bestiary because if it gets bottomless, you'll still have another Prisma and bestiary in your deck. But I also like the fact that once you pop him and another Gladiator Beast back into the deck, get out Geysaris, attack, uh, tag him out for Laquari and Darius, you can pull out Heraclinos really quick. If you have like no other Gladiator Beasts in your graveyard, or in other cases you can get out number 16 Shockmaster, but we'll go over that in a little bit. Well, that's it for monsters. Uh, Now for spells, I got two Gladiator Beast Proving Ground. They've always come in handy, and I've tried a Hero Lives instead of these, and it's just I can't tell you how many times I've really needed a monster. I didn't have any, and I used a Hero Lives because I really needed it. But and then I get screwed over because they have like bottomless or something. But anyway, normally there's ways around it. Maybe I've fixed that problem since I've done that because I've um, went through several builds in this new build. But I personally just prefer just having the proving grounds to get a Gladiator Beast because there's still very easy ways to get out Geysaris anyway. Uh, Triple MST. Uh, I've always been a fan of having triple MST. I mean, in very few cases you should have two, but never less than two. But that's how I view Mystical Space Typhoon. Here's something. I have two Forbidden Lands and one Book of Moon. Reason I have two Forbidden Lands and one Book of Moon, I Forbidden Lands is like a $20 card now, and it's kind of expensive. I was lucky to get these two from a friend. So, right now, Book of Moon is honestly just a filler until I can find a third Forbidden Lands. And Book of Moon's like old school in Gladiator Beasts, and it's not as good as it used to be, I feel, but I think Forbidden Lands overall is a better pick over Book of Moon. But right now, for now, Book of Moon's a good substitute until I get a third Forbidden Lands. We got Heavy Storm staple, Dark Hole staple, Monster Reborn staple. Alright, that's it for spells. Onto traps. My build is trap heavy. I like this deck having a really good defense because you're constantly tagging out, tag out, tag out, tag out. And sometimes this deck doesn't have, it's not monster heavy or nor is it spell heavy, but I think having a really good defense with this deck has been really helpful for me. And starting with traps, we got double Gladiator Beast War Chariot. Uh, great, 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 awesome card to have. Got two Waboku. I like having Waboku, but I see people running Safe Zone, which I've had mild success with on Dueling Network. But I can't afford them. But I'm thinking that if I ever got my hands on a Safe Zone or two, I'd probably trade out the Waboku for them. But I really like Waboku, and I don't want to use defensive tactics. It might be Waboku on steroids, but sometimes I really need to have my monster set, and I can't use defensive tactics when I don't have a face-up Gladiator Beast. So personally, I would always choose Waboku over defensive tactics. Two Bottomless Trapple. Just an awesome card. Double Mirror Force. Broken, so broken to have two in a deck. It really is. You don't even understand how many times Mirror Force has helped me out. We got two D Prison. It's a really awesome card to have, in my opinion. Just for the fact that it gets over a lot of anti-destruction monsters and banishes them. In a previous video, I'd still prefer Mirror Force over it if I really had to pick the choice, but in this case I can use both, which I really, really love. Two Torrential Tribute, which is also pretty broken. They help me out of a lot of situations. Solemn Judgment, Solemn Warning. I still run those. They've always been very, very helpful to me. I apologize. Laptop was about to die, and I couldn't get to it in time. You might have seen me fiddling a little bit. But I wasn't going to stop the video without showing the extra deck off. First we got triple Gladiator Beast Geysaris, which is just such a great card. Because you need Bestiary to have it. Thus the Prisma, thus Geysaris, 2400 beat stick plus destroying any 2 cards on the field every time it's brought out. It's just such a good card, and then you can just tag it out for 2 more cards, and love that card. I run 2 Gladiator Beast Herculenos. He's a 3000 attacker, and he can negate spell and trap cards just by discarding a card in your hand, which is a really great card, just in general. 1 Isadari in case I can't get into a level 4 or level 3 Exceed, depending on what's on the field. I really need the card. He's helped me a couple times, and I really like having him in the deck. 1 number 17 Leviathan Dragon, basically a beat stick. Leviar the Sea Dragon, just for those cases in case you get a Prisma or your Bestiary banished, you're really going to want to try to get that back. And Leviar the Sea Dragon is going to be your answer. Number 20 Giga Brilliant, just a great card to have to boost all your cards. Wind Up Zenmaines. I still have a lot of faith in this card. I think it's still a really awesome card. If your opponent has to find a way around it to get rid of it, you're doing something right. You're making them kill off their cards just to get rid of one. So, and if they can't really get rid of it, then they're not going to try to attack it. So, very good card. One card I don't run, though, is Tempo, the Symphony Dijin. I believe that's his full name. Tempo. I'd like to run him. I'm just not sure what I would take out for it at this moment. Continuing on, we got number 39 Utopia. Really awesome Exceed to have still. May Stroke, the Symphony Dijin. I love that card so much. Steel Swarm Roach. It's a decent card. And I'm gonna just pull these 2 cards off for the second. Now, Steel Swarm Roach and Photon Papillo Operative. They're both really good cards, but I would really like to get a Gaga Cowboy. If I got a Gaga Cowboy, I would probably take Photon Papillo Operative out. And if I ever got my hands on a number 50 Black Ship of Corn, I'd consider taking Steel Swarm Roach out for it. But I think overall, they're really helpful, and Steel Swarm Roach, I think, is good against some of the top tier decks right now, such as Prophecy and Mermail, some of their higher levels that are non-exceeds. Steel Swarm Roach will just say, no, stop, you know. So I think that's a good card to have. And last but not least, number 16 Shopmaster. I think it pairs really well with Gladiator Beast Herculenos because with the combo I stated earlier, when you get your 3 Gladiator Beasts out on the field, you can go into, normally, almost every time, I can go into either one of these. But depending on the conditions that you're in a duel, it's up to you or me to figure out which one would be the better choice at that time. But they're both really awesome cards. Well, I hope you enjoyed this deck profile. Subscribe if you want to. Not forcing you to do anything. I don't support net decking, really, but that's not really my choice. I just hope if you have a Gladiator Beast deck, maybe I gave you a few ideas Or maybe if you're thinking about making a Gladiator Beast deck, maybe I inspired you to. That is my hope with this video. I hope you all enjoyed, and have a wonderful day.